why I think there's a sudden rise in ritual killing. It's because, most of the youth of nowadays have lost for money.
If wealth is not created, if wealth is not evenly distributed, the rate of all of these vices will begin to expand, and before we know it, we will have a society and a country that we are not proud to call our own.
I want to enjoin our religious leaders, traditional leaders, community leaders to be in the forefront of advocacy that youths should be discouraged from such acts, and they should take more interest in the activities or the movements of their wards and children. These are not the best of times. The community should pay more attention to what the youths are doing.
Nigeria, are you feeling lucky? Then get ready to win loads of money and prizes in the biggest game show set to hit your screen. By Communications presents the Wheel of Luck Game Show. Where with 500 naira, yes, 500 naira, one lucky person will win millions in cash. To participate, buy a ticket, attend the live event, participate in the games, and with some luck, you could be walking home with 2 million naira. Yes, 2 million naira cash. Everyone is a winner, as participating audience also go home with cash and gift prizes. Tickets cost 500 naira only and can be bought at www.wheelofluckng.com and accredited agents all over Nigeria. For further information, please visit www.wheelofluckng.com or the contacts below.
March 8th every year is celebrated in recognition of the strength and resilience of women's contribution to nation building globally in terms of social, economical, cultural, and political. However, as women all over the world were preparing to mark the International Women's Day, Bamise Ayanwola, a Lagos-based vibrant fashion designer, was equally looking forward to celebrating and contributing her fair share to the economy of Nigeria. 8 days to the International Women's Day celebration, precisely February 26th, Bamise Ayanwola left for work at the highbrow Lekki area of Lagos State and never returned home.
Justice is all we ask for, is what we ask for.
After the close of work on that fateful day, while heading home at about 7 p.m., she boarded a Lagos State government-owned Bus Rapid Transit BRT vehicle, considered one of the safest means of transportation in the ever-bustling Lagos. She never made it to her destination. Some unknown men had murdered her as she journeyed home. Her remains was later to be found lying by the roadside on the Carter Bridge of Lagos Island on March 7th. The 22-year-old Bamise Ayanwola did not know her life would be snatched from her when she set out for the day on Saturday, February 26, 2022. Feeling unsecured in the BRT bus, she exchanged voice notes and video recordings with her friend. What happened between Chevron Bus Stop, Lekki, where she boarded the bus, to Carter Bridge is a mystery that the police is still trying to unravel. After 8 days of being on the run, the Department of State Services, DSS, caught up with the runaway BRT driver identified as Nice Andrew in Ogun State and handed him over to the police.
It's already in the news that Bamise Ayanwola, a 22-year-old young lady, boarded a BRT bus from Chevron in Lekki to Oshodi. And while in transit, she had a problem, according to the report. She got missing in transit on 26th of February 2022. And when the report got to the police, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State CP Abiodun Alabi, FDC, MNIM, PSC directed that the police should carry out diligent investigation. He further directed, because of the seriousness of the case, that the Criminal Investigation Department, PANTI, to take over the investigation of the case. Not only that, search party was dispatched with a view to tracing the whereabouts of the missing girl. While we were doing this, while crack detectives were trying all they could to arrest the suspected driver of the BRT bus, information got to us from our sister agency, the DSS, that the suspect had been arrested. So after the arrest, because of the synergy between the police and the DSS, the suspect, Andrew Nice, was eventually transferred to us. He was released to the Lagos State Police Command. The CP has further given directive to the crack detectives handling the case to ensure that they carry out speedy investigation with a view to ensuring successful prosecution. And that we are doing currently. The case is under investigation. I want to assure members of the public that we will leave no stone unturned to ensure that we get to the end of this matter. I want to assure them that justice will be served. As soon as the investigation is concluded, the case will be charged to court.
Since his arrest, he had given different accounts of what transpired before the deceased was thrown out of the bus. For example, he claimed he was held at gunpoint by some unknown men, and in another instance, he allegedly confessed to having slain the young lady.
Why did I run, sir? When those guys showed me the weapon, as I was saying, sir, I was I can't be myself anymore. When I followed that Carter bridge, after they had to overhigh bridge, they ordered me to stop there. And when they ordered me to stop, so I should open the door. When I opened the door, then the next track, when they come down, they now start dragging her down. When I saw she was crying for help, actually I'm helpless. So I was just thinking that she's inside the vehicle, holding the iron. So I move on.
These are some of the pilots we have in the Nigeria Police Force Air Wing that are keeping the country safe and making the Nigeria Police proud. Crime fighters, the police and you.
He said that they attack him with gun or whatever. You drove down, you went home with your family. Why didn't he, when he got to their terminal or whatever, why didn't he tell them there? He didn't report to the police station. He resumed back work on Monday. Please, if this is an attack, according to what he said, why will he be able to sleep and resume back to work on Monday? Mr. President, Mr. Governor, justice.
On that fateful night, she told her friends she was heading to my house. and that she will wait behind to welcome my baby. And she got some stuff she was bringing to my house. At Chevron Bus Stop, she saw the BRT and boarded it. I don't think anybody will ever doubt or have a second thought when boarding a government vehicle. But while she was there, she noticed foul play. Firstly, the guy did not put on the lights. Also, he refused to pick other passengers. Meanwhile, from the voice notes, she said the guy just said, "I won't pick other people because you are a fine girl." Anybody can tell you are a fine girl. After she noticed something was wrong, she started chatting with her colleague, saying that she's not comfortable. Then the lady asked her to drop at the next bus stop. She said, "Okay, but I'm sitting at the back. This is the head of the driver you are seeing. Something looks like the number of the BRT." She was able to capture all of that. They kept on exchanging voice notes, a short video. She snapped as well. She said she was scared. While she was saying she was the only person in the bus, after a while, she said, "Oh, thank God, 3 other persons have entered." So she felt comfortable at that point. I believe those 3 other persons that entered were the one working with that driver.
èèyàn mélòó ló ti wá gbé báyìí.
ẹ̀yin pátápátá ni mo wà ọ̀rẹ́ gbogbo fẹ́lẹ̀ dà rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin mo wà ṣàyẹn pátápátá bò kò lè gbọ́ mi. lọ sí méjì mẹ́rin.
ṣé wọn nìkan lóbìnrin ni àbí obìnrin míì ṣì wà ń bẹ̀? ṣọkùnrin làwọn èèyàn náà àbóbìnrin?
àwa méjì lóbìnrin. obìnrin ẹyọ kan ọkùnrin mẹ́ta.
ókè náà mo ti gbọ́ tó máa bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ o bá ti délé kó jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ tó bá ṣáà ti bọ́ lẹ́nu mọ́tò yẹn kó jẹ́ kí n mọ̀.
Of course, naturally somebody should feel safe in a BRT bus. But it got to a time she was not responding to the voice notes. 2 voice notes delivered on her set. The 3rd one did not deliver. Those last 2 voice notes, she did not read them. The 3rd one did not even deliver. The lady had called before the 3rd one. They did not pick the call at first. At second, they picked the call. Then the lady heard struggling voice of a male person. That was the last we heard from our sister. She was actually coming to my house.
As detectives were making frantic efforts to arrest the suspects, information got to the police that the corpse of the missing girl was found on Kata Bridge by Ogogoro village, Lagos Island. The corpse was eventually evacuated and deposited at the mainland hospital morgue for autopsy.
I was informed on Sunday evening, but I was briefed on everything that happened between Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, my younger sister here took it to herself after waiting for a younger sister. She went to the police station to report. That was when a signal was sent that there's a missing person and the driver is at large. We went home, closed for the day. Friday, they said they transferred the case to Panti, Yaba. We marched there. Melumi wrote down the statement, after which we spoke, and then the elder brother. There were some staffs of LBSL at BRT Terminal 3, the bus Terminal 3. They said series of things. like telling us and maybe the girl went to meet a man, something of that nature. We have it in video as well. So we're talking with conk evidence. We're not just giving a mere analysis. And according to the information, the driver of that said bus 257, in person of Nice Andrew, came to work on that very Monday. But before he arrived, the management had already given an order that they shouldn't let him drive. On Sunday, we were at the family house, family meeting, when someone sent in a message that there is a message going viral that a body has been found. Summoned me, Mrs. Bamise and our eldest brother, that this is what is going on. So we decided to go to Buries to confirm. While we left the family in peace, because we won't be able to control the emotions there. On getting to Buries, we told them who we were. The policemen there were nice enough. They brought out their pictures, their phones. They showed us the picture and we affirmed that she was the person. Even as at that time, we still called them at home that everything was in order. Prayer were going on, even when we know all hope was lost. We went home. We couldn't talk. We couldn't. Nobody could speak. We went back to the station. We waited for the IPO. He came in, he spoke. Well, we waited for the DPO, who was very, very civil and fatherly. He led us to the morgue. But before we got to the morgue, we stopped on the bridge and it showed us the particular spots where our body was dumped. We moved to the hospital, Yaba mainland. We didn't go to their ward, we went straight to the morgue. While prayer was still going on. What? They brought her out.
This is not fair.
I couldn't look at her twice.
This is not fair. Oh.
She was beyond recognition. We affirmed, and that was when they told us Andrew has been caught.
Ọmọ tí Ọlọ́run fún mi tí ìjọba Èkó tó wọ mọ́tò ẹ̀ tọ́mọ mi di ẹni tí mi ò rí mọ́. Ohun tí mo fẹ́ ni ìdájọ́ òtítọ́, ìdájọ́ òdodo tí ò ní sí pé wọ́n ń pè wọ́n lórí òkè kan gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé, kan jọ̀ọ́, kan pọwọ́pọ̀ kan ràn mí lọ́wọ́ torí pé mi ìlẹ́ nìkan àfi Ọlọ́run. Kíjọba Èkó kan jọ̀ọ́ àti gbogbo Nàìjíríà kan bá mi dìde sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní òtítọ́ torí ilé iṣẹ́ yẹn kì í ṣe ti Olúwabámiṣẹ́ ló máa jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́, wọ́n ti ń ṣe tipẹ́. Táwọn bá ṣe tipẹ́ ni àṣírí ò ní tú. Ọlọ́run ló ní àṣírí mọ́ tú torí tọ́mọ mi ò bá ní handset tó lè fi fídíò àní mọ́ tó ń lọ. Kán jọ̀ọ́ kán jà fún mi, gbogbo àwọn tó ní ọwọ́ lọ́rọ̀ ọmọ mi kán fà wọ́n jáde báyìí, kán ṣèdájọ́ tó tọ́ fún wọn so that kí orú nǹkan báyìí kó lè run nínú Nàìjíríà. Kò dáa, ẹran ò sọnù, àgùntàn ò sọnù, ọmọ ènìyàn náà mọ́ pa bí ẹni pẹran. Ṣé torí pé a fẹ́ kọ́lé, a fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀ náà? Ìṣẹ́jú mélòó la fẹ́ lò nínú ayé ọ̀ngàn? Ẹ̀rọ ọmọ mi bó ṣe fáìn tó, wọ́n wá gbàdánù lọ́wọ́ mi, kò sórúkọ Olúwabámiṣẹ́ mọ́ nínú ìdílé mi.
I want to appeal to parents, guardians to talk to their wards, talk to their children, irrespective of whether they are female or males. This is because anyone can be a victim, whether you are male or female, whether you are young or old. And we also want to send a note of warning to criminal elements who might want to be nursing such evil acts to desist from such plan. This is because no matter how long it takes, the long arm of the law would eventually catch up with them. The Lagos State Police Command will not tolerate and will not condone any act of criminality in the state. As much as they are ready to commit crimes, we are ready to fish them out, arrest them, and charge them to court. So we want to appeal to those who are aggrieved and those who are sympathetic to the bereaved family not to take the laws into their hands. This is because the Lagos State Police Command is doing everything legally possible to get to the root of the matter and, of course, charge the case to court as soon as the investigation is concluded.
The police is your friend and will remain your friends.
You're watching Crime Fighters, the police and you.
While the investigation is still ongoing, this is another case among the scores of murder cases awaiting justice. But unfortunately, the sad narrative was that while the search of the whereabouts of Bamise Ayanwola was ongoing in Lagos, the commercial city of Nigeria, in faraway Abuja that same week, Nigeria's male-dominated legislators at the National Assembly rejected 5 bills meant to protect and repudiate some obnoxious practices that discriminate women and girl child in Nigeria. Regrettably, women and girls are becoming endangered in Nigeria. Young girls and women are continuously abducted, raped, and murdered by those meant to protect them. It is becoming a recurrent decimal in Nigeria for young girls to be killed by the men folks for rituals. The media has been awash with gory details of innocent women lured, abducted, raped, tortured, and killed by the bloodthirsty murderers in the past 2 years. In January 2022, 5-year-old Hanifa Abubakar, who was meant to be looked after by school authorities, was abducted, poisoned to death, and buried within the school premises by her proprietor, Abdul Malik Tanko. A 14-year-old student of Premier Academy in Lugbe, Abuja, Karen Hapuch Akpaga, died after a used condom was allegedly left inside her private part by yet-to-be-identified persons in the school. Another victim, Jennifer Anthony, a 300-level student of the University of Jos, who was declared missing on December 31st, 2021, was found dead in a guest house with her eyes plucked out. We also remember #Justice for Umoren. Inyobang Umoren was raped and killed in April 2021 while seeking employment. Her killer, Udwak Akpan, lured her with a job interview at his family's residence in Uyo. Instead, he stopped her mouth with a cloth, forcefully had sex with her, strangled her with her jean trouser, and buried her body in a shallow grave in their backyard. The murder of Vera Uwaila Omozua is another case that shook the country. 22-year-old Vera went to study in the quiet environment of her church in Benin City. But hours later, she was raped and killed horrifically. In Bayelsa State, Deborah Emma-Freedom narrowly escaped from the jaws of death when her boyfriend, Sunday Favor Ojohas, was nabbed while attempting to slit off her head for a money ritual. Another case that sparked uproar in the country was the murder of 18-year-old Monsura Ojuade, who was shot dead in front of her parents' house in Ijesha-Tedo, Lagos State, by a now-dismissed Sergeant Samuel Philip. One case that is still fresh in our minds is the gruesome murder of Sofiat Okiobo by 4 teenage boys in Ogun State. The suspect slaughtered and burnt her head for money rituals. With the adoption of legal changes, early interventions, multi-agency efforts, creation of special units, and implementing of training in the criminal justice system to address violence against women and gender-related killings, we can only hope that young girls and women in Nigeria would be able to walk freely without feeling on edge in every 1 second.
Crime does not pay because one day, you will pay for whatever you have done. The day of reckoning will come and you are going to regret your actions.